Hey guys, welcome back to another Beyblade unboxing video. And in this video, we're going to be unboxing the brand new CX Courage Dran slash 660 Vortex. So let's try to let it rip on this box. It's in the nice purple color. See if I can get it. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Not too good on that one. But let's get inside this box and see what's inside. Alright, so of course, because this is a starter, it comes with a proto launcher. Now, if this is the only launcher you'll have, it'll do. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend you use this launcher. Use literally any other X launcher. The Winer launcher is good. String launchers are good. The Semi-Saber hold launcher is good too, but there's only one gear in here. It's pretty small. You won't get a lot of power. So of course, you just had to get that out of the way. So first, we'll go to the lock chip, which is drawn here. Now it is white, kind of like a drawn dagger type color. It does look pretty nice. I really like the fire. Of course, the white actually looks really good with the blue. And on the Hasbro side, at least for now, all the lock chips are the same. None give an advantage to other. But of course, on the Takara Tomy side, there is a Valkyrie Volt just came out recently as the metal chip. So until that comes out for Hasbro, which it might not, because we still have Aero Pegasus. But until then, all the chips will be the same, just for looks and naming purposes. And then, of course, up next, we have the blade, which is Courage, or Brave, in the Japanese version. Now you can see this is a basic 3-bladed right here, has a pretty good contact points right here. If we compare it to its predecessor, or what it's based off of, a drawn sword, we can see here the shape of them is pretty similar. You can see drawn is slightly thicker, but that's because it's a whole blade by itself. But you can see the contact points are pretty similar. They're both just basic 3-bladed blade. And then of course we have our assist blade, which is slash, again basic 3-sided blade here. Now I've noticed that the assist blades actually do have different heights, like ratchets. It doesn't say it on the box, so you just kind of have to test around. But I don't have any to compare it to, so if you wait till the next video, I'm going to box another CX. I'll try to compare heights, but I believe the slash is a short height assist blade. I think it says it actually in the Japanese app, but I don't have that. But I believe this is a 50 height blade. I could be wrong though, but one of the shorter blades. So that's good because CX blades tend to be much taller than the normal bay. But yeah, slash good, 3-sided, fits pretty well. And of course we have a new ratchet actually, which is 660. You can see it's very hard to see in the camera because it's all white. We have this nice turquoise on the bottom. Again, very similar to the Dagger Drawn 460. Now 660, I believe, is very similar to like 360. The blade or the protrusions aren't very big, so it's not very similar to 560, which has the big protrusions, which gives it good weight. You see 660 is pretty thin here, but the protrusions do droop down a little bit, so it could pose a little bit of a burst risk. But pretty good ratchet, all things considered. Probably like a little heavier than 360 if I had to guess. But yeah, and then the last piece we have here is the bit, which is Vortex. Now this bit might look pretty familiar to you because a couple videos ago, Cobalt Dragoon had a Cyclone. See both star-shaped blue attack bits. But as you can see here, the bottoms are actually different. See Cyclone here is similar to the left flat or spiral from the previous generations. And this Vortex is actually similar to the right flat from Metal Fight. And I don't believe we got a right flat variant in Burst. But as you can see here, it faces the star faces in the opposite direction. And if you look really closely, you can kind of tell that the star on Vortex is actually a little thicker than the one on Cyclone. So that gives it will give it more surface area contact, which means it's a little faster and probably a little bit less stamina than Cyclone. But from what I remember, they perform pretty similarly. And of course, whichever way you're spinning, left or right, the star protrusions will dig into the stadium or not. But other than that, pretty good attack bit. All right, so to put the bay together here, you want to grab the blade, the main blade. toss the chip right in there. Just leave it like that. Go ahead and you want to line up your assist blade. It should only go in one way. Yep, just like that. And then, or no, not like that. Yep, there we go. Just will lock it in like that. You heard a little click. And then you're actually going to want to grab the bit and twist the lock chip. You put it down here, twist it in clockwise. You click it in clockwise like that, and it should lock. But of course, if you don't have a bit to use, you can always try to unlock it from the top here, which is a little bit more difficult. You also show it again. Yep, there you go. The lock chip fell out. So here we'll show it again. Put it in just like that. It's unlocked. Throw the bit in, clockwise, and it locks in just like that. And of course, put on the ratchet and the bit just like this, and you have the bay assembled. So let's go to the stadium and see what it can do. All right, now that we're at the stadium, let's test it out. His first opponent is going to be this Knife Shinobi. Good hit there. Let's give it another go. Nice little 3-hit combo there. Quick and easy. All right, let's give it a third try. Yep, too easy. Also, something I've noticed is that even though this Courage Dran here is 660 and then, Vortex at a normal height, it's basically the same height as this Knife Shinobi, which has 480 and high needle. So just something to think of because of the assist blade. These CX blades are much taller. And so for a second opponent, let's jump straight to Wand Wizard here. You know, a big jump in difficulty, but again, they are about similar height, even with Disc Ball and 570. So maybe Dran will have a chance here. A lot of hits there from the start. A lot of it might have been recoil though, because Dran is down pretty quick. Let's give it another go. Luckily, Dran was able to burst there again. Yeah, Disc Ball is not very good because it's really tall, easy to bit burst there. So good bit burst there from Dran. Let's give it another go. Oh, nice extreme finish there. Again, I mean, this is just stock Wizard, but it's still pretty good results. Let's give it one more go. Oh, yeah, it actually stabilized itself. And yep, Dran straight down, no stamina. Alright, did pretty good there. So for its last opponent, let's just see how it does against the Dran sword here. Again, because of the height difference here, might be in favor of Dran sword, but let's just see. They do have very similar shapes. Oh, yep. Dran sword scraping. I guess that is a nice thing about the taller ones, is that they do have a less chance of scraping sometimes, even though they are slightly more top heavy. Let's go another round. saw that, but Drawn Sword went straight out of the side of the stadium here into my leg. It's a strong hit. Let's go again. Let's launch Courage first this time. Ah, self KO there. Kind of a dud round. We won't count that one. I don't hold a lot of contact here. Again, sword scrape. Sword just scraping again. Let's give it one more chance here. Oh, Courage scraping. Yeah. All right, let's do one last round here. I want to see a nice attack here from either one. Yeah, that was a nice little hit there. Courage taking that one. So, final thoughts here. CX, at least these beginner ones, I mean, they're alright. They do seem to struggle a little bit with height, especially if you're doing attack, attack benefits from short height. But I mean, honestly, it's not, they're not too terrible, at least compared to, some basic stuff like, Drawn Sword. But, of course, against some more competitive things, they might struggle a little bit. But, I do like more customization, of course. I would have liked if the layer was 3 pieces, kind of like Metal Fight, where the plastic, the metal, and the chip. Because right now, it's either, you have the blade, which is what really matters, and then the chip, which does literally nothing until we get the metal chip later on, if Hasbro ever gets that. So, I do like the assist blade idea, though. Hopefully, they do a little bit more with it later down. I've heard they're coming out with a metal assist blade soon, but, that's on the Japanese side. So, overall, I give it about a 7 out of 10. It's all right. Pretty good. It has a little bit more stamina than flat, I'm pretty sure, because the star shape, it's pretty nice. 660 is all right. So, till next time, have a good day.